Hi everyone, my name is Hani Kholia and this is my fifth video on my channel MSCRM Boosters. So in this video, I am going to cover the third part for entity components, that is entity relationship and charts. So it will have a brief discussion or introduction about entity relationship and charts. I would recommend you to watch this video till the end. I'm sure it's gonna help you out. So let's continue. What is a relationship in MSCRM? So relationship is used to link records of one entity with another entity. Creation of relationship saves time and makes work easier for end user in MSCRM user interface. Like creating relationship between an employee and employer entity will save time for end user to switch from one entity record to other entity record. Relationship was introduced to avoid entering similar record again. So the main purpose for creating relationship is to reduce entering similar records and again in CRM and save our time. So types of relationship in MSCRM. We have three main types available in Dynamics 365. That is 1:n, which means 1 to many, n:1, which means many to 1, n:n, which means many to many. That is, like we have for an example, I have two entities in the name of employee and employer. So employee, if I'll create 1:n relationship, means an employer can have multiple employees in his organization. So in that way, I can create 1:n relationship in employer so that a lookup field should be added inside employee entity. So I will show you one after the other. So first understand what is 1:n relationship. Like when I create a lookup data type field in an entity, MSCRM automatically creates 1:n relationship within that entity. So for creating 1:n relationship, I can create through relationship component of an entity, or I can create this relationship using lookup data type field. Here the one part represents the employer entity and n represents the employee entity. I will show you using a MSCRM interface. Employer can have more than one employee in their organization. Path to create, as I told you, that setting, customization, customize the system, select respective entity, select 1:n relationship component and create on new. Click on create new. Here primary entity will be employer because I am creating relationship in employer entity, and related entity will be employee. So MSCRM automatically gives name to relationship like this, where new represents the solution publisher name. It is the default name of MSCRM default solution because I'm using a default solution as of now. Like here I'm in the employer entity which I have created. So in this I have created 1:n relationship using this 1:n relationship component. See, I have created this 1:n relationship whose entry is available here. So I am opening this to make you understand about the layout. So here my primary entity is automatically by default selected as employer, and related entity I have selected as employee, and the name will be as per the CRM. So it will be selected. Searchable, whether I want to make it searchable inside advanced find, so I can click on yes or no. Lookup field means that this displays the part which is visible inside related entity, that is employee. So employer name will be the lookup field display name. I can set whether this lookup field will be optional, business required, that is mandatory, or business recommended, which is like not mandatory, but if it's required you can fill it. And the name is like this. So this is the name, you can say schema name of this lookup field, which cannot be changed once we have saved this relationship. And navigation pane item for primary entity. So means primary entity is employer. So in primary entity you can see how it will be visible. So it can be using plural name of the primary entity, use custom label, or do not display. It depends on the requirement. And relationship behavior I will let you know. There are four relationship behavior: parental, referential restrict delete, or configurable cascading. So as of now I have selected referential. So here I am inside field component of employee entity, that is the related entity, and you can see that a new field has been automatically created with type lookup inside employee entity. So this is the same lookup field which was visible inside while creating 1:1 relationship inside employer entity. Okay, so I'll go to the form. If I want to make this lookup field visible inside my main form of employee entity, I can do so. Here you can see employer name, display name for the lookup entity is visible here inside custom fields. I can add it and I can save and publish it to make it visible inside CRM user interface. So once I have added this field inside employees main form, I am at employees user interface CRM page. So you can see employees and employers are visible over here. In employers we have two records, Avengers and PowerUp Corporation. And once I click on employees, you can see in this record employer name lookup field is available, and if I click on this I will get options to select any one of the option. Like this I can save it. So in this way if I want to look out for this particular employer details, I can click on it directly and it takes me to the PowerUp Corporation employer page. So in this way it saves my time to navigate, and I can directly switch from employees entity to employers entity with the help of relationship. This is 1:1 relationship. And we have N:1 relationship also. So basically when I create 1:1 relationship in employer entity, a new N:1 relationship is automatically created in employer entity. It means that multiple employees can have same employer. If I have as Avengers my company, my organization, then my colleagues are also working in this same organization. So that is N:1 relationship. The process of making N:1 and 1:1 relationship is same. However, the entity on the one side will be pre-selected. Okay, I'll show you. So I am inside employee entity N:1 relationship component part. So I will check whether N:1 relationship is created inside employer entity or not after creating manually 1:1 relationship in employer entity. So you can see entry is automatically created because I haven't created any N:1 relationship as of now. So this is created on the basis of the relationship which I have created earlier. Here primary entity is employer, related entity is employee. So in this way we can create 1:n or n:1 relationship as per the requirement. And we have n:n relationship also in Dynamics 365. It means one employee can work for multiple employers and one employer can have multiple employees. So basically CRM provides two types of n:1 relationship, that is native n:1 and manual n:1. So in native n:1, a hidden intersect entity is created which cannot be viewed or customized. And in manual n:1, a new entity is created manually which has 1:1 relationship with both entities and which can be customized also. So I will show you individually for native as well as manual n:1 relationship. So let's continue. So I'm here in the customization area. I have created one n:1 relationship inside employee entity with the help of n:1 relationship component. So this is the relationship which I have created. So entity name is employee, that is pre-selected. Display option, do not display, use custom label or use plural name. It depends on requirement. If you use custom label, then you have to give a label name also. But I'm not using as of now. I'm selecting do not display. And other entity which I have selected, that is employer, which should have a n:1 relationship between them. Then I will save and close it. So if I have created n:1 relationship in employee, so if I'll check in the forms of employer, so this is the form for employer. You can see in the navigation part, employee is already there. And I'll go to employees form, main form. So here in the navigation part, it is not visible, that is employers is not visible. I'll click on navigation, then I'll click on employers. I have to drag and drop it here. So it has been dragged and dropped in the navigation area. This will be visible inside CRM user interface within the related part. I will show you where it is visible. So basically I have not refreshed the page as of now, but I have done the saving and publishing part for employees. So you can see within this employee record inside related component, I cannot find any employers entity over here. But if I refresh the page, because I have made the required changes for n:1 relationship, inside related option, now you can find the option for employers. So through here, if I want to add employer to this particular record, I can do so. Click on, so now this has been selected. You can see I have selected Avengers also in this. Employer associated view is there. And now if I want to check for the employees entity also, I will open this record, employees. This particular employer has this employee in it. If I want to add another employee to it, I can do so. Save it. So in this way, I can check for the records of other entity, that is employee, using my employer entity. Okay, and I'll go to the home page, employers. So I haven't done any changes in it. So if I'll add employees to it, sorry, add existing employee. I can add new employee also through here. So Farhan Malik was already there, and XYZ is also added now within Power Up Corporation employee record. So in this way, it provides a facility where I can navigate from one entity to another with the help of relationship. So this is the native NS2N relationship. Let's check out for the manual NS2N relationship. So guys, for manual NS2N relationship, I am creating a customizable entity in the name of job portal. So this entity will have NS2N relationship with employee and employer. So I'll show you now. I'm creating this. This will be ownership as user and name. So I'm saving it. So entity is getting created as of now. So entity is created now. I'll go to NS2N relationship. Here I'll create NS2N relationship where first primary entity will be employee. Okay, and the employee name. This will be the employee name, and type of behavior will be referential. And related entities job portal. Save and close. And I am creating another relationship, NS2N relationship only, with employer entity. So employer name. This will also be referential. Save and close. Then I will go to the form of this job portal entity. So here in the form, I can see employee name and employer name. Both these entities are, both these fields are available, lookup fields. So in this way, I have added these two lookup fields within job portal entity main form. So now I will refresh my Dynamics 365 user interface to check whether entity is created over there or not. Before that, I need to publish all these changes, then only it will be visible inside CRM user interface. So here in CRM user interface, job portal named entity is created. So if I'll try to create a new record in this job search, section. Here I can select the employee name as well as I can select the employer name. So in this way, within the same record of a job portal entity, I can select individually employee name and employer name through lookup field with the help of any student relationship. So it saves my time from switching from one entity to another. I can find the details in the same entity, in the same record. So as I told you about manual any-student relationship, so let's go and check out what are the types of relationship behaviors. So we have main 4 types of relationship behavior. So while you create any relationship inside MSCRM, you will get an option for parental, referential restrict delete, configurable cascading. So parental is basically in a relationship like this between two entities. Between two entities, any action taken on a record of a parent entity is also taken on any child entity record that are related to the primary entity record. So like this, I have created employer and employee entities. Employer was the primary entity, you can say parent entity, and employee is the child entity. So if in case I have selected any particular record against employee's record, and if I delete employer record, then the employee record which is available in employee main form, that will also be deleted. But in referential relationship between two entities, you can navigate to any related records, but action taken on one will not affect the other. Means if I delete employer record which is associated with an employee record, it will not affect or it will not delete the employee record. I will show you with the help of example. So here the relationship between employer and employee here is referential, where employer is the primary entity and the child entity or related entity is employee. So here this is my employee main form, and this is the record in the name of Gracia, and it has one employer name Freeland Private Limited. Okay, so here if I delete this particular record, so now if I'll check in employees whether Gracia is available or not, you can see Gracia is available. It is still available and it's active right now. This record is active, but the employee name is blank. In employers, if I'll check, it will show me only one record. So now I will change the relationship to parental. So let's see what it will affect. So here I am on the relationship page. I'm changing it to parental. Save and close. So now I will save and publish employer entity because I have made changes in the relationship behavior. So saving and publishing is important. As of now it is publishing. It's taking time. So once I have made the changes or published the changes in the customization part, I need to refresh the CRM page. So here I am on the page. I have refreshed the page and I have created one new record in employer entity, and I have selected it for Gracia in the name of Rangers Private Limited. So I will try to delete this particular record of employer. So let us see if it will affect my Gracia or not. I will refresh this page. So I have refreshed the page with the Gracia record. It is showing me an error is record is unavailable. So I am going back to my employees entity to check for active employees. You can see Gracia is not available because it was a related record for employers record. So in this way parental works. So next we have referential restrict delete. In a referential restrict delete relationship between two entities, you can navigate to any related record, like I was navigating from Gracia to ranges. Actions taken on the parent record will not be applied to the child record. Means if I am deleting ranges private limited, it will not delete my Gracia record, but the parent record cannot be deleted while the child record exists. Note that you cannot delete a record when related record exists. So basically, if I'll try to delete my record which is already there, if I'll try to delete the parent record that was ranges private limited, I cannot delete it until I will delete Gracia record first from the employee. So once I delete once I delete Gracia from employees, then only I can delete ranges private limited from employer entity. So in this way referential restrict delete works. And configurable cascading is basically it's a type of relationship between two entities. You select the behavior associated with each of a set of possible actions. So let us see what is the behaviors and what are actions. So I will show you where you can see the behavior first. So here I am in the relationship page. You can see for parental we have this. These are all the behaviors: cascade all, cascade all, cascade all. And these assign, share, unshare, roll up view, reparent, delete, merge. These are all actions which can be taken on the records. So if I select configurable cascading, these all will be active, and these are all the behaviors: cascade all, cascade active, cascade user owned, and cascade none. So let's see what are these. If I select cascade active, it means for a particular action, perform the action on all active related entity records. Means it will perform all actions on only active records which are available in the related entity. Next is cascade all, perform the action on all related entity records. So whether they are active or inactive, so action will be taken on all records within the related entity. If I do any changes in the primary entity record. Cascade none means doing nothing, no changes. Remove link, remove the value of the lookup field for all related entity records. If in case, okay, so if I'll remove or if I'll delete my employer record which was the same, that was ranges private limited from employer entity. So basically if I have selected remove the value of the lookup field for all related records as remove link for delete, so the lookup field which was visible inside employee entity, it will be blank, but the Gracia record will still be there, it will not be deleted. And restrict delete means prevent the primary entity record from being deleted when related record exists. Okay. The same restrict referential delete type of functionality it is showing. Case user owned records. Perform the action on all related entity records owned by the same user as the primary entity record. Means if I have one user which has created one primary entity record, that is the record in employer, and it has created another record from his own ID in employee entity, and using his existing primary entity record or some other primary entity record. So if I choose this particular behavior, so actions will be performed on all the records which are owned by the same user. So what actions can be performed? Assign stands for what should happen when the primary entity record changes ownership. Shared, what should happen when the primary entity record is shared. What should happen when the sharing of primary entity record stops. Unshared, this is basically for unshared. And fourth is reparent, what should happen when a lookup field value for a parental relationship in the primary entity record is changed. Delete, what should happen when the primary entity record is deleted. Merged, what should happen when the primary entity record is merged with another record. I will show you in CRM these all actions. So like in configurable cascading type of behavior, we have action of assign, and I can choose related to assign what kind of behavior should be there. It all depends on the requirement. I will insist on this thing because it totally depends on the requirement, and accordingly you can make the changes in the relationship behavior. So basically entity relationship comprises all these things. So here are some important points which should be kept in mind while creating relationship. So lookup field always gets created on the end side of entity. Specifying the related entity sets a default value for the name field. If you change the related entity before you save, the value of the name changes accordingly. Okay. Specifying the display name in the lookup field section sets a default value of the name field. If you change the display name of the lookup field before you save, the value in the name will not change. This will be the schema name for the lookup field. As a result, be sure the name is meaningful before saving. So this is all about relationship in Dynamics 365. So let's look for the chart. How I can create chart in D365. So here I am in employee entity right now. I will go to the chart section. I have created one chart. Whether you can click on this, you can create a chart. So in this basically we have to select the fields through which we can display information in the form of a chart. Chart is basically used to show the count in a simpler format. So it will be used as per the requirement. I have selected name and email ID as the fields, and here it is showing me options like count all, count non-empty. So I am selecting count all as of now, and in horizontal it will show the name, basically employer name for these two records which are available in the employee entity. So here I am on my employee entity. So I have only two records and both the records have the same employer name. So let's see what chart shows me. I have selected name and email ID. Both have name and email ID. So 2 is the record for the and 2 is the record for the other, and it's showing me Power Up Corporation as the employer name. So in this way we can create a chart as per the requirement. So it is very easy to create, and it depends on what kind of chart you want to create. You can create. So it has so many options here, depends on the requirement only. So I hope I have covered everything related to my entity, relationship and charts. So thank you so much for watching this video till here. Have a nice day.